everyone, it's Nadia from YARNutopia. Today we're making these cute little arrow coasters. These are perfect for an easy, quick project, for last minute project for Dad for Father's Day, or for anybody if somebody's moving into a new home. These would be great to give to somebody as a handmade item, or anybody, you know, give a couple a set of mugs or a glass set, and these would be a great gift. So I have 3 here done, and I'm going to show you the 4th one to make a 4 set. You can make a 4 set or a 6-piece set, and give these as a great gift to somebody in need of coasters. So these coasters, I'm using 4 different colors. These specifically are using Red Heart Super Saver yarn. This is one of my favorite yarn brands. Thank you to Red Heart for providing the yarn for this video tutorial. I'm using 4 different colors today. In Buff is one color, then I'm using Redwood in another color, then my other color is Carrot, and the last color is Soft Navy. So those are the 4 colors I will be using today. We are going to be doing this similarly to a graph style. We are going to be working in rows and in single crochets, working the arrow part first, this triangular part first, and then we will be working along each side of this arrow and then around the whole piece. And then we're going to be working with surface crochet and making this cute little design along the edge of these arrows. So this is a great fun and easy project, and it works up really fast, so I hope you enjoy. Now the other supplies you're going to need is a G hook, which is 4 millimeters. I'm using a G6 hook, which is 4.25 millimeters, and this fancy hook that I'm using today is from the Etsy shop Would Be Fancy. You can get the link in the description of this video to get your own hook. These hooks are so fabulous, ergonomic, hand-carved, handcrafted hooks, and these are fixed in here. And they offer a boy hook, which is what I'm going to use here, but they also offer Susan Bates hooks too. So you can check out that link in the description of this video and get your ergonomic handled hook on the Etsy shop Would Be Fancy. You're also going to need a scissor and a yarn needle to cut your yarn and sew in a lot of ends. There's a lot of ends to be sewn in because we're changing color quite often in this project. So I'm going to set these 3 aside, and I'm going to make my 4th one as to finish off this set. So I'm just going to show you the one, and then you can repeat this video as many times as you need to make as many coasters as you want. To start out, let's take these 3 colors, actually not the color you're going to use in this small triangle here, but these 3 colors on the outer edge here, this color, and this color. Whatever colors you're using, these 3 colors, make sure to make a little tiny extra ball of yarn, just like this, just scrap yarns, because we will be using these 3 balls of yarn and our main skeins of yarn. So make sure you have a bunch of yarn, little yarn balls made, and then your main skeins. So what we're going to do to start off is start with the blue. So you can see here we're going to start with this color, okay, and then we're working up into this color next, and then working up into rose and working this color third, and then this buff color last. So let's grab our blue yarn here. I'm going to use Soft Navy and that G hook, and we are going to make a slip knot. So put your short end over the long end, fold this down, pull that through and pull tight, insert your hook just like that. Okay, and if you need help with this pattern, you can always go to YARNutopia.com to read the written instructions. All the information is in the description of this video. So let's start off by chaining 2. So yarn over and pull through 1 and 2, and in the second chain from the hook we are going to put 1 single crochet. So the loop on the hook doesn't count, so count 1 and 2. This chain right here, just put 1 single crochet in there. So go in, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And that's row 1. Super simple. Going on to row 2, let's chain up 1 and then turn this around. So you can see our stitch right here. We're going to turn this around, and we're going to work into that stitch, which is right here. See that? Okay, we're going to go into there and we're going to put 3 single crochets. So yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So there's 1, here's 2, and 3. Awesome, that was row 2. Going on to row 3, we're going to chain up 1 and turn our work around. And we are going to put 2 single crochets in the first stitch. So this very first stitch right there, go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2. And again, go back into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Now in this next stitch right here, we're just going to put 1 single crochet. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And in the last stitch on this row, we are going to put 2 single crochets in there. So 1 and 2. So we should have 5 single crochets at the end of row 3. Going on to row 4, we are going to introduce the second color. Okay, so this arrow right here, we're going to introduce our second color there. So I'm going to bring this little ball of yarn here. Okay, and have that handy. We're going to chain up 1 and turn our work around. Okay, with the blue, we are going to single crochet in this first stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. We are going to start single crocheting in the second stitch, but we are going to change our color. So go into the next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Hold those 2 loops on your hook and drop this yarn in the back. And we are going to grab our new color and just hook that on. Okay, you can see I'm just hooking it on. I'm not tying any knots or anything. I'm just hooking it on and then pulling that through both of those loops to finish off that second single crochet of the blue. And then in this next stitch, we are going to pull this blue straggler that we dropped in the back. We're going to hold it over the next stitch. And we are going to single crochet in there, but we are going to change back to the blue. So go into the next stitch here, yarn over with the red, or this redwood color, yarn over and then pull that through there. So we have those 2 loops, but we're going to switch back to blue. So I dropped that redwood in the back and I picked up this blue again, yarn over and pull through both of those loops to finish that single crochet off. And then in the last 2 stitches, we're just going to put a regular single crochet with the blue. So 1 and 2. Okay, so we just have 1 single crochet of the redwood in the center there. Now we're going to chain up 1 and then turn the work around. Okay, so we're looking at it this way. We are going to pick up this strand, this long strand here. This strand right here is going to be sewn in later. So what we're going to do now for this next row, let's see, this is row 5. We are going to single crochet in this first stitch here. Okay, and just like the last row, we're going to change color in this next stitch. So go into this next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Hold those 2 loops on your hook, drop that yarn in the back there. Okay, and we are actually going to pick up this red now, this redwood. I'm going to call it red because it's called redwood on their label. I'm going to yarn over with that and pull it through those 2 loops, just like that. Okay, so now we have red on the hook, but we finished off that second single crochet of the blue. And now in this very next stitch right here, I am going to crochet, if you can see here, this little strand here is being pulled into that loop, this right here. So I'm going to go underneath that so that gets hidden in my stitch, and I'm going to go into the single crochet right there, the very next available stitch. And in that stitch, we are going to put 3 single crochets. Okay, so in that same stitch, so 1 is there, go back in, there's 2, and our third one is here. But for the third one, instead of yarning over and pulling through those 2 loops, I'm actually going to drop that redwood in the back there. And now, I didn't trail along the blue, this blue strand. I'm just going to grab that other small ball of yarn that I wrapped up, and I'm going to pick that up instead and work with that at this point. Okay, so I'm just going to hook that on there and switch back to blue and hook that on and pull that through to finish off that third single crochet of the redwood. So 3 single crochets of redwood are in that 1 single crochet stitch. And there's 2 stitches left. We're going to single crochet in each one of those with the blue. So 1 and 1. So now we have 3 strands of yarn attached to this piece now. Just make sure your yarn balls don't get all tangled up though, okay? So I'm keeping them very separated from each other and keeping them untangled. So now going on to row 6 here, we're going to chain up 1 with the blue and turn our work around. We are going to single crochet into this first stitch and then start single crocheting in the next stitch, but we're going to change to the redwood. So go in, yarn over, pull through. Okay, I'm going to drop that in the back. Okay, we have this redwood color in the front here. I'm going to yarn over and pull through with that. So now we changed color. Now we have 3 stitches of this redwood. We're going to increase. So underneath this loop right here, because we pulled that through there, I'm going to go underneath that just to hide it. And in this next available stitch right here, we're going to put 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. Then in the next stitch, we're just going to put 1 single crochet. And in the next stitch after that, we're going to put 2 single crochets, but in the second one, we're going to change color. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Go back in to that same stitch, yarn over, pull through, drop that color, pick up the blue that's on this side now, okay, yarn over with that, and pull that through to change color. So now we have 5 redwood color here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can just put a regular single crochet into the last 2 stitches. Okay, awesome. So it's starting to take shape. So now we can go on to row 7. We are going to chain up 1 and turn the work around. Okay, still working with these 3 yarns here, these 2 colors. We're going to single crochet in the first stitch, then single crochet in the next stitch, but we're going to change color. So go in, yarn over, pull through, drop that blue in the back, pick up this redwood in the front, yarn over, and pull through to finish that single crochet off. And now we're not going to increase, we're just going to single crochet into each stitch in each of these redwood colors, so each in the next 5 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and this next one, this 5th one, we're going to change color. So yarn over, pull through, drop that yarn, pick up that blue on this side here, yarn over and pull through to finish that stitch off. Now if you do have the issue of like a big loop like this, you can just simply take this yarn in the back and pull it tighter, and that secures it nicely. And then just single crochet into the last 2 stitches on this row. 1 and 2. Okay, so you should have 9 stitches on this row. Going on to row 8, we are going to introduce the orange color here. So let me grab that. Okay, so we're going to introduce our 3rd color of this project. Let's chain up 1 with the blue and turn our work around. Just like we've been starting each row, we're going to single crochet in this this first stitch here. And then we're going to change color to redwood in this next one. So go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, hold those loops on your hook and drop this yarn. Pick up the next color, which is the redwood, yarn over, pull through. Then we're going to single crochet into 2 stitches here. So go into this next stitch right here. And the next stitch we're going to change color. So go into this next stitch, yarn over, pull through, hold those 2 loops on your hook and drop the redwood. Now we're going to introduce the orange So let's hook that on, the new color, and yarn over and pull that through just like that. So we have 2 stitches of the redwood, just like that. Now I'm going to trail along the redwood, just like I showed you earlier when we changed color when we were changing color down here. We're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to trail along this redwood. We're going to go into this next stitch with the orange, yarn over, pull through. Okay, keep those 2 loops on your hook. And then we're going to drop the orange, yarn over, and pull through with the redwood. Just like that. So there's just 1 stitch of orange there. And then we're just going to single crochet into the next stitch. And then in the next stitch, we're going to change color to blue. So go in, yarn over, pull through, drop the redwood, pick up this blue in the front here, yarn over, and pull that through to finish that off. And then just single crochet in those last 2 stitches with the blue. So 1 and 1. Awesome. So now we have 4 balls of yarn attached to this right now. You can start to see the triangular shape, and I have some untangling to do here. There we go. Let's go on to the next row. That is row 9. So let's chain up 1, turn our work around, single crochet in the first stitch, change color in the next stitch, so go in with the blue, yarn over, pull through, drop that in the back, pick up the redwood, the second color here, yarn over and pull that through to finish that off. Then single crochet into the next stitch right there, and then change color into the next stitch. So go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, drop that color in the back, pick up this orange color that's in the front here, yarn over and pull that through. So now we finished off those 2 stitches. Now we have to work in this 1 stitch. We're going to increase. We're going to put 3 single crochets in there in that same orange stitch. So 1, 2, and 3. But the third one, we're not going to yarn over with the orange. We're going to introduce the other skein of redwood. So we didn't pick up, whoopsie, my notebook dropped. We didn't trail this redwood along the underneath our stitches here, okay? So we're gonna hold this here. I'm gonna grab the skein of yarn, big skein here. Okay, and we're going to take this yarn, hook that on, and pull that through. So now we have many more stitches on here, or many more balls of yarn. Okay, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls of yarn attached to this whole thing right now. So now what we're going to do is single crochet in the next stitch. Let me get all this out of the way here as much as I can. There we go. Go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. So I have the redwood on my hook now. So we put 3 of those orange stitches in that 1 orange stitch, okay? And then, so that was our increase on this row. Now just 1 single crochet of redwood in this redwood stitch, and in this stitch as well, go in, yarn over, pull through, but we're going to change to the blue, so we're going to drop this redwood in the back, and this blue is in the front here, as you can see in the front. We're going to yarn over with that and pull that through. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to single crochet in those last 2 stitches. So 1 and 1. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 stitches on this row. I dropped my notebook, so I'm going to go grab that and we can go on to the next row together. Going on to row 10, we are going to chain up 1 and turn our work around. We are going to, just like we started every row, we're going to single crochet in this first stitch and then single crochet in the next stitch but change color. So go in, yarn over, pull through, drop that blue in the back, pick up the next color, which is redwood here. That's in the front, yarn over and pull that through like that. Then we're going to single crochet in this stitch here in this next stitch. And in the next stitch, we're going to change color to this orange or middle color here. So go in, yarn over, pull through, drop that in the back, pick up the orange or the middle color, okay, yarn over and pull that through to change color. Okay, and just like I showed you earlier, you can pull your yarns that are in the back to make those stitches secure. Now we are going to increase. We are going to put 2 single crochets in the next stitch, okay, in the next orange stitch there, 1 and 2, and then we're going to put 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and then 2 single crochets in that stitch after that. Okay, because there were 3 orange stitches. We're going to change color after our second stitch in this stitch here. So 1, go back in, yarn over, pull through, but don't finish with this color. We're going to pick up the redwood or our second color and hook that on instead and pull that through. Okay, just like that. Then we're going to single crochet into this next stitch, and in the next stitch we're going to change color. So go in, yarn over, pull through with that same color, drop that in the back, and then pick up the blue or your first color and yarn over with that and pull that through. And then single crochet into the last 2 stitches. 1 and 1. Awesome. Now you can see we increased there, and our piece is growing. Now we're going to chain 1 and turn our work around, and we are going to, let's see here, go on to row 11. We are not going to increase, so let's single crochet in this first stitch. Oopsie. Go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And in the next stitch we're going to change color. So go in, yarn over, pull through, drop that in the back, pick up the redwood or your second color in the front here, yarn over, pull through, then single crochet in the next 2 stitches, changing color in the second stitch, just like I showed you earlier. Okay, dropping that in the back, picking up orange in the front and yarning it over and pulling that through. So now we have orange or our third color on our hook. And if you need to, just try to see what stitches are available. We're going to single crochet in the next 5 stitches or each orange stitch, changing color in our last stitch here. So count here. There's 1. Here's 2, 3, 4, and our 5th one. Go in, yarn over, pull through, drop that in the back and pick up this red one in the front, yarn over with that and pull it through to finish off that 5th one, just like that. Then single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches with the same color here, this one, and this next one we're going to change color. So go in, yarn over, pull through, drop that in the back, pick up that last blue here, yarn over, pull through, and finish that off. And then single crochet in those last 2 stitches. Awesome. Now we can go on to our next row, row 12. Let's chain up 1 and turn our work around. Single crochet in this first stitch. In the next stitch we're going to change color, so go in, yarn over, pull through, drop that in the back, pick up the redwood or your second color and pull that through to finish that off. Then we're going to single crochet in the next stitch with this redwood color, and then single crochet in the next stitch but change color to orange. So yarn over and pull through, drop that in the back, pick up the orange, yarn over and pull that through to finish that off. Now we're going to increase, so I'm going to put 2 single crochets in the first, or in this next stitch right here, this orange, the first orange stitch. 1 and 2. Then we're going to put 1 single crochet in each of the next 3 stitches. 1, 1, and 1. And then we're going to put 2 single crochets in the last orange stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. We're going to change color in the second one in the stitch. So go in, yarn over, pull through, drop that orange in the back and pick up the redwood in the front, or your second color in the front. Hook that over and then pull that through, and then single crochet into this next stitch that's redwood. And the next stitch we're going to change color to blue. So go in, yarn over, pull through, drop that in the back, yarn over with the blue here. See? There we go. And then pull that through to finish that stitch off. And then single crochet into the last 2 stitches. Awesome. Now what we're going to do, since we're done with this part, I'm going to pull this loop up, okay, and remove my hook. I'm going to hold this though, because we are going to use this one, so hold this to the side and look on the back of your work here, and you can see this blue, this redwood, this orange, and this redwood. We are going to cut those 4 strands, but do not cut this one that we just pulled our loop up. Do not cut this one here, okay? So just these 4. Okay, we're going to cut those 4, and we're just going to cut them a little short, like around here, and just be very careful with your scissors, okay, just like that, and get rid of those. So we have those strands. We are going to sew those in a little bit. So we have all those. So now we have just this one blue one, or this, I can't speak. Yeah, don't look at my yarn puke right here, just look at this. We are going to single crochet using this piece right here. We're gonna single crochet just on this side and up this side, and that's all. So I'll show you that real quick. We're just going to continue with this, just going into the side, wherever your hook fits. It should be 12 stitches. So if you want to, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and our last one in here is 12. Okay, we are going to put 2 more single crochet in that bottom point there. So 3 single crochets in total, 1 and 2 there. So there's 3 single crochets in that bottom point, and this last one here counts as our first one of our next side. So there should be an even amount. So I'm going to start with 1, then 2, here's 3, 4. You can see I'm crocheting over this straggler, so don't have to sew that one in at least later, because it's going to be a lot of sewing. There's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just wherever your hook fits is where you should single crochet. Here's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And now we're back to the beginning. So let's go into this stitch right here, yarn over, pull through, and through to slip stitch. Whoopsie, not like that, but slip stitch in there. And then we're going to chain 1 and cut that yarn and pull that all the way through and pull it tight. And there we have our piece. So now what we're going to do is sew in our ends before we go on to the next step. So I'll show you how to sew in your ends. Grab your yarn needle here and just take one of the ends, okay, yarn your needle with that, and just go underneath some of the stitches. It doesn't have to be super perfect or anything, just go underneath some of these stitches just to hide this. Okay, just about like 4 or 5 stitches, and then cut any extra, just like that. Okay, I'll show you once more and then I'll let you do the rest on your own. So just take this, yarn your needle with the straggler, just go underneath some of the stitches. Just like that, about 4 or 5 stitches, and then cut your yarn. Okay, now this side is the front, and how do I know that? Is because you can see along this edge here, these stitches, you can see these stitches here. So you can see these, and when you flip this over, you can't see those stitches any longer. Okay, so you can see the stitches like this on this side, they look like little V's. Here's the V, here's the V, here's the V. So you can see those on this side, but when you flip it over and it comes in focus, you cannot see those V's any longer. So this is the back side, okay? And it kind of looks like a back side too. So this is our front side. So we're going to continue when we come back after I sew in the rest of these ends, and we come back and use our lighter tan color or our 4th color, we will be working on this side, okay? So what I'm going to have you do is just sew in the rest of these ends, and then once I have mine all sewn in, we'll come back and we will make the rest of this coaster. Alright, so I have all my ends sewn in. So like I said, we're going to start working on this side because this is the right side. As you can see, the stitches are facing us on this side. And we're going to look at it like this, and we're going to turn our piece, it looks like a piece of pie. And now I'm craving pie. But we want to go into this stitch right here of the blue. So you can see there's like 2 stitches there, and then the first one on the side is where we're going to go in. And we're going to insert our hook, and we're going to pick up our outside edge now. So I'm going to use Buff, the color Buff of the Red Heart Super Saver. Just pull that through there, okay? And then we're going to chain up 1. And we're going to single crochet into that same stitch. So go back in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we're going to single crochet in the next 12 stitches. So count 1, next stitch 2, here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oopsie, 11, and 12 will be the middle single crochet of those 3 single crochets that were worked at the point there. Okay, so that's our 12th one there. So there should actually be 13 stitches because we worked that first stitch right there. So count 13 across here, and then we're going to chain up 1 and turn our work around this way, and we're going to work across this line here. And we're going to decrease, so we're going to single crochet 2 together. So go into this first stitch here, yarn over, pull through, go directly into the next stitch right here, yarn over and pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. Okay, that's a single crochet 2 together stitch. Now we're going to just single crochet in the next 9 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. There should be 2 stitches left. We're going to single crochet those 2 together. So go in, yarn over, pull through, go into the last stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then chain 1 and turn your work around. At the end of that second row there, you should have 11 single crochets. So going on to the 3rd row of this side, we are going to single crochet these 2 together. I showed you how to do that already. And then we're going to single crochet into 7 stitches. So let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There should be 2 stitches left. Let's single crochet those 2 together. So go in, yarn over, pull through, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3. And then chain 1 and turn your work. On that 3rd row of this side, you should have 9 stitches across there. Now going on to the 4th row of this side, we're going to single crochet 2 together. and then single crochet into the next 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There should be 2 stitches left. Oopsie. There we go. Let's single crochet those 2 together. Okay. Now at this point, I am going to chain 1 and pull this loop up just a little bit. We are going to leave that attached, okay? And this is our front here. I just flipped it over. So we finished row 4 of this side looking at the back of our work, okay? We're going to flip this over, look at the front of our work, and now you can see it's looking like that. Just this, if you're looking at this triangular piece, it's looking like our pie. We're going to now turn this to this side. Okay, so when we worked this side, we turned it this way. We're now turning it this way. So our point is pointing that way. We are going to grab that little ball of yarn that we had earlier, and that is where this comes into play here. We're going to hook that on in this stitch right here where this last stitch was worked into, okay, that middle single crochet of the point. Okay, we're going to go in there, hook that yarn onto our hook from that small ball of yarn, okay, and we're going to chain up 1 and single crochet into that same stitch. And then we're going to single crochet into the next 12 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 should be the last stitch or the first stitch on this side. You can see here there's 1 and 2 stitches on this top part here, so you should end right there. So you should have 13 stitches across here. Now at this point, I am going to let you go on your own. If you need to, rewind this to see rows 2, 3, and 4 of this side. And once I finish repeating rows 2, 3, and 4 from the first side, I will show you how to fasten this side off, and then we'll go back to this loop here that I had held onto. We're going to come back to this loop. So we're going to fasten off this side and go back to that. So just repeat rows 2, 3, and 4 of that first side, and then I'll meet you up when I finish row 4. Alright, just finished row 4 of the second side. Remember, you're going to be looking at the back side of your work when you finish row 4 here. So let's chain up 1 and cut this yarn on the side, our second side. Okay, don't cut the yarn on the first side. We're just cutting this one and pulling that all the way through and pulling tight. Now let's flip this back to the front of our work here. We're looking at it here. You can start to see that it's starting to make that round circular shape like a coaster, which is awesome. So now we're going to finish this off with this piece right here, this loop that we kept up. We are going to, if we look at the back side here, we ended on the back side, so let's turn our work. We chained up 1 already, and now we're going to single crochet around this whole piece. So in each stitch here, we're just going to put 1 single crochet, and I'm going to work this a little bit faster so you can just follow along here, just single crocheting in each stitch. And then when you come to this edge here, we're just going to single crochet wherever the hook fits, just like this. And the train is in the background, I don't know if you can hear it, but we're just gonna single crochet along this edge, okay, just like that, and then up this side. Now right here, we're just gonna single crochet, 1 single crochet in each stitch. And it goes really fast actually. I'm like halfway done, and I just want to show you the rest of this, so just continue watching because I'll show you what to do when I get to the top here along this edge. Okay, it might curl a little bit right now at first, but we will straighten that out a little later. Okay, you can see I'm crocheting over this straggler so I don't have to sew it in later, so that's nice. It saves me from sewing in. And I'm just single crocheting along this edge now. Okay, and then single crocheting in this top stitch right here. Ooh. There we go. And in each stitch along this edge here, we're going to just single crochet one in each stitch. So in those two blue ones, in these two redwood ones, and then in these 7 orange ones, I know they will be kind of difficult to see, but there should be 7 orange stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and then 2 more redwood ones, and then 2 of the bluish color ones. Okay, and we're almost done here. We're just going to single crochet along this edge of these 4 side rows. And then when we're done, we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet. So right in there, go in, yarn over, pull through, and then chain 1, and we can cut our yarn and pull that all the way through and pull it tight. And at this point, if your piece looks something like this, just stretch it out to make it look more like a circle. And if you want to, you can pin this down and spray some water on it and make sure that it is flattened out and looks like a cute little coaster. Now, I was a little bothered by the fact that this edge here and this edge here kind of don't look so straight. So what I'm going to teach you is surface crochet. What we're going to do is turn our work like this. We're going to start in this spot right here where the blue edge and the tan edge meet. So right here, I'm going to start on this spot. Okay, and we're going to grab our blue yarn and hook that on, pull that through just like that. And then we're going to crochet along here, so we're just going to slip stitch basically. So go wherever your hook fits. Okay, so right in here, go in, yarn over from the back of your work with the long strand, okay, and then pull that through and through. But don't pull too tight, okay, we're just going to have these surface crochet stitches. Then hop to the next stitch right here, go in, yarn over with that in the back, and pull it through. And pull it through that loop on your hook. Okay, just like that. Then hop to the next right here, yarn over from the back, pull that through and through. Okay, so I have it on my finger here to guide it. So we're going in through the next stitch and then in through the back. We're going to yarn over, pull that through and through. Okay, and I'm just doing this along the edge of this bottom edge here of this blue, where the blue and the tan meet. Then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do this one so you can see there, just like that. Then I'm going to do this for the redwood color, so I'm going to use this color here along this edge right here, and I'm going to go down and then up, okay? And then this orange color, okay, I'm going to take the orange color and do the same thing from here or down here and then up. So I'll show you real quick though how to turn the work to go back up here. So let me just get down to the point. And once you know how to do it, you can go much faster. It might take us a little trial and error at first. But going down to the very point, right there, okay? Then we're going to turn this and just work up this side. And it's that simple. Just doing a bunch of slip stitches through the work, and it's called surface crochet. So just do that, and then I'm going to do it for the redwood and the orange, and then we need to sew in all of our ends, and I'll show you how to, actually I'm almost done with this blue here. I just want to show you how to fasten this part off so you can cut your yarn too and sew in your ends. So I'm just going to do that a little faster. There we go. So we're going to end here. So yarn over, pull that through and through, and then cut your yarn. Be careful with your scissors and just pull it all the way through, just like that. And then just pull that a little tighter, and there you go. And then you can just take your yarn needle and just sew in your ends exactly how I showed you earlier. Just going through and then into its corresponding color tone there under about 4 or 5 stitches, and then cut your yarn in the back. Okay, so there's surface crochet on that part. So now I'm going to do the same exact thing with red wood here, and then the orange carrot, it's called carrot, on this part here. And then once I finish and have all my ends sewn in, we can meet back up when we're all done. Alright, there it is. I just did these 2 surface crochet portions off camera, and I sewed in all my ends. So that's it. That is the coaster. So if you need to, rewind this and make 3 more or 5 more, and make a whole set of these coasters and give them as a wonderful gift with some mugs or some glasses. I think that this would be a great gift idea. Thank you so much for watching. Check out those links in the description of this video, link to the blog, link to the Facebook, the Instagram. If you share, or please share this, if you make these coasters, please share them on Instagram and on Facebook, and hashtag YARNutopia so I can see your work. And a big thank you to my dad, Fuad Azmat, for taking the time to make this video with us. He's our videographer, editor, and photographer for all of our videos here at YARNutopia. So make sure you subscribe. There's a subscribe button over here somewhere, or by my username. So make sure you subscribe to our channel, and there it is. How fabulous! Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great day. Happy hooking!